Hey everyone, Christina here, aka Dole Whips and Dumbbells. Welcome back to my channel. This video is probably going to be one of the hardest videos and personal videos to make, just because I'm going to be sharing about a topic that a lot of people don't really like to talk about. And it's something that I've struggled with since I was 15. Well, I should say since I've started noticing the signs since I was 15. So if you're just following my channel or if you've been following me over the years, my name is Christina and I have been diagnosed with Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. I was officially diagnosed in February of 2019. If you don't know what Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome is, or PCOS, it's basically a hormonal imbalance syndrome disorder, however you would like to frame it. It means that 1 in 10 people are affected with it, as well as they have like issues with prolonged or infrequent periods. They have infertility, some other signs. There's a long list. But before I go on, I just want to put a disclaimer on here that I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying these things to diagnose you, that you should speak to your OBGYN or your actual doctor to see if you have it, but these are just some of the symptoms that I have. So let me go back to the signs and symptoms. So some of the symptoms, I've struggled with since I was 15 was infrequent periods. Like I only got my period when I was 15, and then I went years. I would have to say until I was maybe 18 when I actually got it, and it wasn't even like I got it consistently. It was like once or twice a year, to the point I thought it was normal that I wasn't getting periods. I was like, it's not a big deal to me, I don't have to deal with it. But then I realized that no, something's actually wrong. Another thing that I noticed since I was 15 was depression, anxiety, and hair thinning, and just like other little things such as like fatty liver. But I went to the OBGYN in February, and in January of this year I had started my fitness journey, and then I told myself, okay, I'm gonna see the dentist, I'm gonna go get a whole female checkup, everything. And the OBGYN asked me, okay, so tell me about your history and everything. I said, well, I've been on a health and fitness journey, and I've noticed that it's so hard to lose 1 pound, but so easily to gain. Like I could eat a brownie and I'd gain like 4 pounds. She asked me about when was my last period, and I told her, well, the only time I really got my period is if I was on birth control. But the negative side of that is that it made me moody, it made me depressed, gave me so much anxiety that I had to stop. So then I would lose my periods. And then she looked at me and was like, honey, you have a thing called PCOS. And doctors try to tell me, but then they would say, oh, it's because you're fat, so you have PCOS. And I was like, no, that's not a good reason to tell me that. But for some reason, when the doctor told me, she was like, no, I think it was the way she came from when she described it and told me like, no, this is what you have, this is the plan of attack, this is what we're gonna do. So she put me on metformin to help me, and then she also put me on Provera to help me get my periods. And putting those, I've noticed a total change. So some of the symptoms that people with PCOS, I should say females, queens with PCOS, some of the symptoms they have are, and I have it listed, so you're gonna see me look down, is depression, I have anxiety, I have disordered eating, not really for me, maybe like binge, I emotionally eat. Sleep disorders, I find it really hard for me to go to sleep at night sometimes. Anger, yeah, I'm a hothead. Sadness goes with depression. Feeling alone, sometimes, but not all. Feeling unheard. Body image issues. Hello, I was 271 pounds. Of course I have body issues. Mood swings, yep. Hirsutism, basically that means that your body produces too much of the male hormone, so your body gets extra hair. So you see on the mustache, you'll see the arms, you'll see on the chin that some females have. Hair loss, yes, my hair has been thinning since I was 15, and it's actually really depressing. I just started a new hair treatment to see if I can get it to grow. Stay tuned for that video. And acne, Thankfully, I don't suffer from acne just because I drink a lot and I try to eat as healthy as I can. Oily skin, skin tags, fatty liver. I've always had a fatty liver. The doctors have always told me that I had a fatty liver. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, well, it makes sense. High blood pressure. Luckily for me, I don't have high blood pressure. Ovarian cancer, no, thank you, Jesus. Insulin resistance, yes. Diabetes, no, I don't have it. High cholesterol, luckily my cholesterol is really good. High testosterone, I don't think so. Weight gain, 271 pounds where I began this year. Bloating sometimes. And this one right here, these next ones are a little hard for most people, is one of the things that I'm really scared about is miscarriage and infertility. Like, seeing other queens suffer from PCOS is really hard because they're suffering, and it makes me scared that I'm not going to be able to conceive or I'm going to have miscarriages. And it really, just thinking about it, devastates me. And I'm doing everything I can now to try and prevent that from happening. Abnormal bleeding, painful cysts. I do have cysts, but luckily I haven't experienced one erupt, and I haven't experienced that pain. Irregular cycles. I'm telling you, I went years without a period and I thought it was okay. Poor memory, fatigue. Whoo, let me tell you about this fatigue. Fatigue for PCOS is ridiculous. Like, I could be sleeping, let's say 10 hours, wake up, do a couple things, and I would still be tired and I need a nap. Like, the fatigue that you get from PCOS is insane. Luckily for me, like, with taking my ketones has really helped with the fatigue and most of these symptoms. So for me, it has helped with my mood swings, it helped with my anxiety, it's helped with losing weight, like just some of the stuff that it has helped with. And it's really frustrating, you know, going all this time and not knowing that I had this disorder. And it wasn't until this one OBGYN told me that, oh, you have it. And then I started researching. So since I've been researching, I come to find out that people with PCOS should stay lower carb as well as dairy free. That's what I've noticed when I researched. That's how I took it. You feel free to do your own research. So because of that, I've been doing a ketogenic diet and I've been doing intermittent fasting. I've been taking ketones once a day as well as going dairy free. Because let me tell you, if I eat cheese, I gain weight or I stall. And it's hard because on a keto, you can eat cheese. It's like, it's encouraged. But for me, I have to be like, no, I have to limit it. I have to limit what I take. So it's just a real struggle to, you know that I'm suffering with this. And a lot of doctors don't know how to help her, like, aid with PCOS. A lot of people don't understand what it is. And most of the time, us females have to figure out what we need, what to do, and there's support groups on Facebook to help. So I kind of had to teach myself everything because as of right now, I know I'm the only one in my immediate family that has it, and it's a struggle, but you know, from struggle comes strength, and I've been using this as fuel to make sure I stay on track with my keto diet and making sure that I'm at least getting my exercise in and doing everything I can to help. And it's been helping because as of right now, in July, from January to July, I'm down 45 pounds, which is insane because with PCOS, it makes it harder for you to lose weight. So obviously the routine I have has been working and has been, you know, seeing the results. And I just want to let you know, queens, like, if you're a sister, part of this sisterhood, you're not alone. Do not get discouraged. You will be okay. There's a lot of support in the online groups and a lot of research now in this century that has been helpful for us to understand what we're going through. You just have to kind of shop around with doctors to figure out who knows about PCOS and who can help you treat it, so you don't feel discouraged. If you feel that this video has helped you in any way, shape, form, if you know anyone who has PCOS, you know, share them this video, because my point of this channel is I want to be there for my sisters, and to help them get through this hard time, to understand, to know that they're not alone. So if you like it, like, comment, share it, subscribe. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.